My dear Bagginses and Boffins, today we are talking about the Lord of the Rings actors praising an Italian man who lives as a hobbit. So this popped up on my radar all over the place. But I'm curious, have you even heard about this story?
I hadn't, but I hadn't been following as closely.
Well, it's kind of interesting. So the one piece that kind of had me a bit not rolling my eyes necessarily, but kind of questioning what's going on here is their initial walk. So, for those who don't know, this is a story about a 37-year-old Italian pastry chef who is clearly very fond of Lord of the Rings. And so himself and a group of friends dressed up as the characters, the original Fellowship from Lord of the Rings, and decided to walk 180 miles from Chieti to Naples to toss a ring into the crater of Mount Vesuvius. So
No.
that just kind of sounds like a fun little pilgrimage for some people. It's a big walk for me. Um, so I thought, okay, that's all it is, right? It's just these guys walking across Italy, which people do that all the time and don't make it about Lord of the Rings, but it's kind of fun when it is. So that was the first bit about it. But then it gets even crazier, in that uh, I guess this person was so inspired by that journey that he decided that he was going to buy 5 acres of land near a little town in Italy and create his own little shire village. And all his friends and family can come and live there with him and kind of live out life like a hobbit. And so yeah, that's the story, and it's very interesting. He does actually point out though that it's basically living life like a farmer before the Industrial Revolution, essentially, like basically living like a farmer who still has to like plow their fields with the help of animals. You don't have machines, and then sort of living in with nature and not kind of wrecking the land around you. That's sort of his idea of being a hobbit. And so, yeah,
Kind of
he.
being Amish.
I was just about to say it. Yeah, we kind of see this with other groups. And so yeah, all the power to him. I know a lot of the Lord of the Rings cast have found out about this through various means and have reached out, and they're trying to help him raise money to construct this little village. So yeah, it's just a little neat little story of somebody who must really really like Lord of the Rings and wants to basically be make it his life every day when he wakes up.
Hmm.
Yeah, honestly, it sounds like he does just really want a simpler life, which I hear people say that often. With all of our technology and whatnot. And so I think this guy is just sort of kind of got that mindset, combine that with the enthusiasm towards Lord of the Rings and fantasy in general. But yeah, would you
Yeah.
is that something that you would ever do? Walk 180 miles as a little sort of pilgrimage to Lord of the Rings, and then just live life like an Amish farmer for the rest of
It.
your life.
I mean that would be maybe in some sort of midlife crisis. Maybe.
He is 37, so maybe that's what's happening here. Yeah, I know. I kind of think it's a neat little story. Like, obviously, if he gets tired of it, it's gonna be less neat, and it's gonna be kind of sad. Like you said, it might be a midlife crisis. But if he actually does this for the rest of his life and is really happy, good for him. This is a cool opportunity if he's got the funds to set this thing up, because that's the thing, is like not everyone can just do this. um
Oh, now you're reminding me of that M Night. I don't want to spoil things though, but there's a M Night Shyamalan video movie about
yeah.
uh,
I mean, it's
something similar to
how
this.
far, like it. When did that movie come out? The M Night Shyamalan one. That's got to be like at least like 10 years old, if not 15, right? Like,
Okay, well, I'll just warn people as spoilers.
spoiler
Uh,
alert about an M Night Shyamalan film.
but
And
it will
you
ruin
guys
it
know
if you
there's a,
hear this.
yeah, it's gonna ruin it because you know there's a twist.
But yeah, that's the same thing. In that one, it was like a multi-billionaire wants a simpler life, so
Yep.
they go into the woods, and then he turns it into like a wildlife reserve, so no one else can go in, and
That's exactly right.
he shuts off all airlines flying over top. But
Yeah, yeah. He
I don't.
basically buys like, yeah, the airspace and this little. It's like a central park almost, right? Like it's a park in the middle of a city, completely surrounded by walls that no one can go in.
Yeah, and
And
living there,
yeah.
that there's monsters if you go in the woods. Oh,
Well, yeah, that's how you keep your population from asking questions. You just say monsters over there. Don't go there.
yeah,
Um, but yeah, like that. You're right. It's very similar to that, and the only difference being that this is actually in the middle of nowhere. People are able to come visit this person. But I mean, you take a look at this picture. He's got the setup going, right? Like he's got like this little candle holder here that he's reading. Um, Everything's made out of wood. It's all very rustic. Yeah. So hey, if this ends up happening, heck, maybe I'll go and visit it someday. If it actually becomes a full on community that is truly successful in living like a hobbit.
huh.
Yeah. Anyway, I think that's it for me. You got any more to say on this topic? It's kind of a strange one, but it's kind of a feel good story if it does work out.
Yeah. No, I love it.
Yeah.
Uh, it's
Just a couple
inspiring.
things. Yeah, just a couple quick things here. That so Elijah Wood, he has been making it more widely known about this story on his Instagram page, and he's basically sending out posts about help this guy build the Shire, and then you've got a man by the name of Billy Boyd, and he has something to say. He says, "I know a friend of Nicholas. It's me, Pippin Took. Let's help Nicholas build his own shire, which I think would be a wonderful thing." So he's got the support of the actual hobbits, and that's hopefully going to help him get to his goal to purchase this land, all the land that he needs, and then also all the supplies. But yeah, I think with that, we regret to announce that this is the end of the video. And if you are an excellent hobbit, please like the video. And if you're an admirable hobbit, please subscribe. We bid you all a very fond farewell until we meet again.